So check this out. This thing is super dope, as the kids would say. It was sent to me in the mail today by a viewer. Randy is his name. And it is a keychain with God's favorite caliber, the 545 by 39. Also happens to be my favorite caliber, and I'm sure he knows that from watching the videos. It's obviously emptied out. It's not like a live cartridge, but thank you, Randy. This thing is awesome. It's definitely going on my keychain and will probably never come off. So thank you for sending this out to me. I really appreciate it. All right, so today we're gonna do something that's kind of a part 2 to a video that I did a really long time ago, like over a year ago now, and the video is doing really well. You guys seem to like it. It's getting a lot of views, so I figured we would come back and do a part 2. So today, we're gonna react to some more gun fails. So I got a few videos here that we're gonna watch together. I haven't watched any of these yet. I'm sure I've seen some of the gun fails that are in these videos just because I used to watch gun fails a lot back in the day. But I think there's some new ones on here and I'm excited because gun fails are usually hilarious. So let's do it. All right, this video is called Legendary Viral Epic Gun Fails of the Year.
Some people wanted to know how to put the hammer back down after the hammer's already pulled with the bullet inside the chamber. So I'm going to show you guys.
Live round.
So what you do is when you pull the hammer back, so this gun's totally loaded.
Totally loaded.
And once you do that, it enables you to...
Yep. Their faces after those negligent discharges are always priceless. So that's pretty self-explanatory. He was trying to show you how to drop the hammer on the loaded revolver, which there's really only one way to do that, and that's still something I don't like to do personally, unless you're in a safe spot where if it does go off, you're fine. But yeah, he shot the revolver trying to show people how to not do exactly that, so. I don't know what they think is gonna happen in those videos where they hold shotguns or, you know, short little powerful rifles one-handed. I'm assuming they know what's gonna happen and that's why they're filming it, but man, that looks painful. That dude got smoked right in the forehead. All right, we're gonna watch that again because that was about as close as it gets to accidentally blowing someone's head off. So I don't know if this is Russia. It's kind of hard to see. The video is not the best. I can't see what flags they have on their arms, but they definitely have AKs and it's definitely in Europe, so we'll say it's Russia. And if you watch the guy, the third or fourth guy from the left, watch his hat. Oh my gosh. All right, so I don't know what happened there. The guy could have had his finger on the trigger, the guy behind him, I'm saying. He could have had his finger on the trigger of that rifle, and when he racked around in the chamber, he pulled the trigger. Either way, that bullet knocked his hat off of his head, and what's even more impressive is the way that the guy reacted. That is a cold-blooded Russian right there. Didn't even stop doing the drill, didn't make a face. He kind of looked a little worried, like, what the hell was that? But continued on like nothing happened. Yeah, I would check his underwear.
500.
Another guy in his closet. Ooh. The look on his face. So once again, bringing a gun right up by his face, pulling the trigger. I don't know. I just don't get it. I really don't. Obviously, these guys have never been trained in the safety rules, or they, you know, have a momentary lapse of judgment or whatever. But man, follow the safety rules. That's all I can say.
It's gonna hit me back in my forehead.
No, it won't.
Yeah, it will. She called that. That's my favorite one. We watched that on the first gun fails reaction that I did, and that girl with that pistol grip shotgun, the reaction on that girl's face when that when that shotgun just leaves her hands altogether, man, that is priceless. Big old rifle. That was like slow motion. Like at first she didn't look like she was going down, and then she just kind of tumbled backwards. Let's watch that again. She's sitting on her right foot, which ain't the best. Hey, she handled the gun pretty well though. She saved it. Notice how the husband is more concerned with the gun than he is his wife. And then he grabs the gun, he's like, give me this. You can stay there. Bye-bye ear pro. That's a first. I've never seen that happen before. All right, this one's called The New Funniest Gun Fails of All Time. Definitely not mad at that picture in the beginning.
First try, every time. Is that thing? Oh!
Oh, I wasn't expecting that. That was pretty funny. Oh! You cannot make some of this stuff up. Unfortunately, a lot of gun owners are just not smart people, and they make for hilarious videos. Ooh. So I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I've had something similar to that happen to me. Negligent discharges are obviously your fault 99% of the time, if not 100% of the time, and it looked like this guy either thought the gun had jammed or it was empty, and he was kind of started to bring it up like this and fired it one more time. And I actually did something pretty similar. So with the Taurus G2S, I think it is, it's got like a weird long single action trigger, if that makes any sense. It's like a really light wall and then a really short, crisp break, like a single action trigger. And I was shooting it, I shot 4 or 5 rounds. Trigger felt weird, so I reset it all the way out, and it just felt like a dead trigger to me. So I kind of started to bring it back, and luckily still had it pointed down range, and I was following all the other safety rules, and that's what saved me on this. But I kind of brought it back and just went to show my brother-in-law who was with me, like, look, it's a dead trigger, and it went off, and I shot that next round. So the trigger wasn't dead. That was all my fault, and, you know, luckily I followed the other safety rules, and that saved me. But no matter what, never take your gun off the target and keep your finger on the trigger, because crazy stuff can happen. Trust me. Looks like an indoor gun range. That ain't smart. Yeah. Oh man, look at the blood spilling on the floor. Holy crap. I wonder if they were trying to check on like a laser or a flashlight or something, because why else would you point the gun straight at your hand like that? See, they got so caught up in the laser or the flashlight that it's almost like they forgot they're holding a loaded gun with live rounds in it. Man. Bad day for that dude.
Turn around, start moving, ready to go straight up to put the shit right here, dog. Come on. You ain't even speak the game, you ain't know what the f you doing, and shut your motherfucking ass up.
I love the little wannabe gangster white boys that try to act hard and end up shooting their guns off in their mom's house. It's the funniest thing ever. All right, so the next video we're gonna watch is one that I specifically picked for this video. I think I saw someone talking about it the other day or something like that, and it reminded me of it, and it's been years since I saw this video, but it's by the best gun tuber of all time, FPS Russia. So let's watch it. All right, so we're gonna skip ahead to just one part of this video. Obviously, all of his videos are crazy, and he's had a lot of, you know, close calls, I guess you could say, but this might just be the closest call that he ever had.
Okay, so one last thing. I figured we couldn't make a video with such a high-powered rifle. That's blowing up a truck, so let's get a nice big...
Notice, no eye pro. Usually no ear pro. If you watch FPS Rush's videos, literally, I've seen videos of him shooting unsuppressed machine guns and explosives and everything else with no eye pro, no ear pro. Really in character.
Explosion, maybe a little shrapnel going.
Wait for it. That was close. All right, so the door right here, you can see the door that blows off the truck, kind of skipping across the grass, going at his head at about 100 miles an hour, at least, maybe faster. The look on his face is hilarious.
Maybe a lot of shrapnel.
Legend. Man, the fact that he was able to just have a near-death close call experience like that, truck door flying at his head at that rate of speed. I mean, he didn't move out of the way. He just simply turned his head. It would have decapitated him if it was over 6 inches, 12 inches, whatever. And the fact that he didn't break character, stayed in character, and then gives the best one-liner ever after all that just happened. It's just incredible.
This rifle, I've got to say, like I
and then
said,
just continues the video like nothing happened. So I've seen, I think it was him. His name's Kyle Myers, for those of you that don't know. I've seen him talk about this particular incident, and I think he said there was a reason that that happened. So typically, they would hang their explosives from the rearview mirror. So it was in the middle of the car or the truck or whatever, and it would kind of centralize that blast and kind of blow out the front, the back, both sides, you know, etc. But on this particular truck, there was no rearview mirror, so they had to hang it from the oh shit handle on the passenger side, which is obviously the closest side to him. So when that explosion went off, which I believe was like a 15 or 20 pound tannerite blast, it sent that door like a missile right at his head. And man, a few more inches and that would have been the end of FPS Russia. Unfortunately, he doesn't make videos anymore. In my opinion, he's the best gun tuber ever. Just for entertainment alone, there's no one as talented as him. He was just so good at that character. And, you know, that was so long ago, too. The fact that he was, you know, that good at that is just impressive. And his channel's still up. If you haven't watched his videos, you're living under a rock. He's got millions of subscribers still. And he hadn't made a video in like 6 years, but he got into some legal trouble, so he can't really make gun videos anymore. But every once in a while, I'll go back and just check out his page and watch some of his videos, because even still today, they're some of the best videos on YouTube. All right, so now we got one more video that's also several years old, and this is kind of on the other end of the spectrum. I haven't seen this one in a while, but I've seen it before. And I wanted to show you guys this one after the FPS Russia one, because this is worst case scenario for if you can't get out of the way and something really does happen with explosives. Explicit content. Okay, so he's shooting at a lawnmower with an AR-15. A lot of you guys have probably seen this video already. It's, you know, gotten a lot of views because it's tragic as heck. Okay, yeah, so it says the sheriff's department released that video as a warning to other people shooting explosives and stuff. So, man, that's sad. So what happened there is he was shooting a lawnmower, it looked like a riding lawnmower with explosives in it. I don't know if they had it underneath or, you know, where they had him. He was way too close. That's the bottom line. He was way too close to that lawnmower to be shooting explosives at all. That was pretty close, if you ask me. And he was filming it, so he was obviously trying to get a cool video. One thing I'm curious about is if the lawnmower blade was still on that lawnmower, because that's obviously an extremely dangerous thing to try and explode. You guys know I've done some explosives on the channel. It's been a while. The videos don't do exceptionally well anyway. Like YouTube, I feel like doesn't like them, and you know, the few explosives that I have done, the videos haven't done any better or worse than anything else. It's just kind of another video. So I got a lot of them left. I still have a bunch of explosives to shoot, but we'll probably get around to it one day. But either way, so yeah, this is kind of a lesson to everyone that shoots tannerite and explosives, that stuff is not a joke. It's not a game. That's extremely sad. I mean, you can see the blood all over the place. He literally blew his leg off from the knee down. And yeah, that's worst case scenario. I'm not going to criticize the guy. He's paid for his mistakes enough. I'm definitely not going to sit here and bash him for being dumb. Obviously, I'm sure he feels dumb, and he felt really dumb that day. But just remember, that stuff is not a game. It's not intended to be used like that, especially at that super close range. And just know what you're shooting. Do some research, and, you know, stay safe with that stuff, because it looked like him and his buddy were just out having a fun day shooting, and then his life is changed forever because of one mistake like that. So, not to get too serious, but that's obviously very serious, and a lot of these gun fails are funny. We laugh at them, we watch them, and kind of have fun with it. That's not funny. That's, you know, dead serious, and that guy is gonna live with that for the rest of his life. So, as tempting as it can be to get, you know, cool videos and try to go viral and stuff like that, it's not worth it to play with explosives at that close range. FPS Russia got away with a lot when he was making videos, and I've even heard him talk about, you know, he did some silly stuff, but he always had medics on the scene and people there to help just in case something happened. He also was a professional Russian, as I'm sure most of you know. But yeah, it's just, explosives can turn dangerous pretty quickly, especially when you put them under a 700-pound chunk of metal with a lawnmower blade attached to it. It's obviously probably not going to end well for you. So again, not to get too serious, but I know I have a lot of viewers who probably shoot this kind of stuff, and if I can stop any of you guys from, you know, having an accident like this, then it's worth it to me. So either way, hope you guys enjoyed the video. I love watching gun fails. You guys know that. They're funny, they're entertaining. Some of them are, you know, like that last one, are not so entertaining, but still good to see, and, you know, educate yourself on what you're shooting and what you're using and stuff like that. But for the most part, they're a blast to watch, and they just crack me up. So I thought I would make another reaction today, and I hope that you guys enjoyed it as well. If you have any other gun fails, like some newer ones that you would like to see me react to and watch here on the channel, post links down in the description box below, because I kind of have a hard time finding them. I know a lot of them are like single videos that you can find on YouTube, but I just get these compilation videos and they're filled with ones I've already seen. If you have any good ones, just put them down below. But if you like the video, guys, as always, please hit that like button for me. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.